This process is designed to optimize our way of connecting. So it's not really about sexuality in itself. It's deeper than that. It's more how I connect, the quality of my connection with the other.
How to make love, how to create intimacy, how to take our sexuality and rise together to create a commitment of a deep exploration through the relationships. And when we can bring these elements of our passionate vitality of the body together with a presence of the heart, something very beautiful happens.
What we are calling trauma is the situations that I don't have my spontaneity anymore to answer. And when I call Tantra, when I come to Tantra, is actually the opposite, is the natural me. Because if I am me, I can just relax. If I am relaxed in myself, I actually shine much more than when I'm trying to be something or to prove something or to impress. That brings a big relaxation.
When we can do this type of personal development work, we start to present ourselves more authentically, who we really are. And in that we start creating partners who are also willing to do the same. They're willing to be real and to discover themselves through the relationship. And this is what Tantra is about. So it's important to ask yourself, how are you relating? What are the type of people you're attracting in your life to relate with? And what does that reflect about you? If you really look inside yourself and the beliefs that you carry, can you really create a healthy love? Can you really create a deep connection of trust, of friendship? Or do you recreate a situation where you're rejected or you end up rejecting the other person again and again? How are you relating? It's important to look at that.
We were not taught how to say yes fully to receive. Many times we women, we are much more engaged in to give. So to receive and to lean back in an attitude of receptivity, that takes a learning. It's a learning of how not to do and how to relax in my woman, how to receive as a woman.
If you really see someone opening up and being authentic in their vulnerability, your heart will be touched. It's a biological response. You don't even think about it, you just feel compassion. You feel empathy. It's a natural response. It's the power of vulnerability.
So one of the things that we see in this work is how to validate again my needs as a woman. That I don't need to be afraid of them. And this doesn't mean to turn the needs into expectation and put in the hands of the men. No, it's for me to know my needs. It's for me to validate them. And that gives me a lot of power. The power of being vulnerable. The power of feeling what I feel and expressing that to you. And say, okay, those are my feelings and I'm not wrong for feeling them. To really look what we deeply wish inside of our hearts. Have you ever thought about that? That we are afraid to look inside and see what we long the most in our lives. How come that so many people are living in isolation, thinking that, okay, relationships are not for me. Maybe I have some sex here and there, but I don't really believe that I can be not afraid of intimacy. And I can say to you, you can. You can create intimacy in your life.